Hey, good morning, my friends. This is Benjamin. It's Father's Day, and what a great day. I was reading this morning in First Kings, just running through a little bit of the records of the kings, and as I was reading through there, I really noticed that there were times where the kings would only rule for a few years, and it made a little note in there that they would follow the way of their fathers. And if their fathers had done bad, then they continued on that, and they would not rule for very long. But some of the kings who followed the good ways that their fathers had established before them would rule for many years and have great success and win battles and have glorious things recorded about them. And God really led me to see that the scripture about honoring your mother and your father so that all things will go well with you. It truly is a good thing. And so a few years ago, I'd say about 95, I guess that's a ways back in the 1900s, my father went through a time of changing in his life where he started honoring God more and started not living so much in the generation of his father. And it freed me up of a lot of stuff that I was able to move forward because of the things my father had done. I'm now able to do. So, and now I see the fruit of that even more so in my son and how he acts and how he behaves and his respect and his honoring and how he grows. So no, there's a great burden to carry as a father. And it's a wonderful thing to carry. It can be heavy or it can be light. It can be worthless or it can be worthy. I'm thankful for my dad and what he has done in this life. He's put up with a lot, and it's helped me be a better father to my son. So know that there is a time that if your dad was not so good to you, that you don't have to carry that on. That you can be the father to your children that you never had, and that's a glorious thing. It's a glorious thing. I know also too that through the simple relationship that I have with my son, and I see how much he looks like me, and we've spent years together, him and I, just him and I. So I was raising him on my own, well, with the assistance of my parents, but I mean mostly as me and him were together. We spent a lot of time together, and he developed a lot of mannerisms and characteristics that I have, and he understands what I deem acceptable and what I deem unacceptable, and he knows with a look or a glance what is approved and what isn't. With a wink of my eye and a slight nod of my head, he can get permission to do things, and I can see him from across the room, and he knows that my eye is on him and that he's safe and protected. And I relate that a lot to our Father in heaven, that the more time I spend with him, the more I understand him, the more I become like him, the more I understand his ways and what is acceptable to him and what isn't. And I know in a few years, when my son's, a teenager or so, I know that I've put the time in, I put the effort in, and I no longer have to parent him, but I just get to love him, and which is freeing to both of us. He doesn't have to, try and strive or discover his identity. He knows who he is, and I don't have to watch over him or, guide him anymore, because all the truths, all the acceptable behaviors are